Okay, volume four. Um, this is a long video, 18 minutes. It's the longest one. Again, because I wanted to do like so many different things. Um, this was mostly a lot in the winter, and it came out in June, so it was like the first half of the year. Yeah, just a lot of winter. Going to the spring, there's a part with Chris, which I thought was like so cool. Like I wanted to do the Chris part as if it was like a skit. Like I was getting into things where you could like record skits. Like remember, like old videos. I'm thinking like Girl Mouse. I think Mouse video. There was always like skits beforehand. I'm sure there was other videos with skits before people's parts also. But I was really into that. I was really into parts film that were kind of like a skit. Like one of my favorite parts ever is Austin Gillette Quicksilver. It's called Quick, and it's not really a part, but it is a part. But it's just like skating through the whole city. I think that's like that's probably one of my favorite video parts of all time. So I was really into that, and I kind of wanted to film something like that. Otherwise, there's a lot of footage. 18 minutes. I go to New York here to visit David because David was gone. And it was mostly just me skating a lot with Chris. Yeah, Chris is the main character here. Chris is the main character for sure. So we'll start. Starting with my trunk being open, and on a very very cold night, as you'll see. As you'll see.
My phone ain't on now.
That song is always stuck in my mind. That song is always in my mind. I don't know who sings it, but and why he was singing it, but he was.
Still alive.
He checked the weather and was telling me how cold it was. 18 degrees. Why we were skating, I don't know.
Is real.
And notice that he's just in like a hoodie and a scarf and my Grail Tap hat. I'm pretty sure that's my hat. And we're wearing gloves. You know that it's really really cold when you're skating in gloves. Like I think that's the last level of cold. You put on gloves after that, you're pretty much done. You shouldn't be skating after that. But it's 18 degrees, probably like 8 o'clock at night. Why were we skating? Don't know. We were skating. This is across from the Old Town Skate Shop. This is like that burger place. What's it called? Burger Hut or Hut Hamburger? Hut Hamburger. And that's what it was called. And there's just this little alley where the ground is terrible and there's this ledge, and I was like, oh, like I wanted to do like a line like yeah, there was just a ledge that wasn't even waxed. We were going to go wax it for the first time. We did wax it a bunch. And I think I 50-50'd it for like 2 inches. And then, yeah, I don't know. I was trying to turn it into a spot. It didn't work. But this is the kind of stuff me and Chris did. We always talk about this night. Um, it's just me and Chris. So, yeah, it's very cold. I think there's a couple other clips here for this. Oh, about his phone. He was trying to load it because he was like, man, it's 18 degrees. And then like his phone was freezing up because it was so cold. Was that an iPhone 4? It's probably an iPhone 4.
The struggle is real.
Yeah. Here, this was not too cold of a night, but it was late. How many people were in my car?
How do you feel, bro? Record all this.
We used to always say, how do you feel, bro? That was from Jalen. So you could tell we were hanging around more, Jalen more. On top of the parking garage, Chris saying that he's going to go pro.
Mr. Hatchet, going pro, nigga, to all them niggas. It's going pro, nigga. Going pro. Whatever.
Yeah, this was our spot, late at night. After it got to a certain point, we're just like, okay, we're going to the skate park, to the parking ramp. I just wanted to get a good footage here. I love the color. The color to me, like Growing up, we would always go to the Saginaw Wheels games. So the color of the parking garage, that yellow light, the fact that it has never changed, it's very nostalgic for me. Always reminds me of that. Okay, also funny thing about one of those nights, we would go all the way to the top and then we would race down. And then we go back all the way to the top and race down. And one night, there was we're going about halfway down, and this security truck like comes up flying around the corner as we're all going like full speed, and it almost runs into like two of them. Like it seriously chases us down. And then yeah, we just kept running. Also, I might as well tell this story now. Because I don't think there's more footage in another one. No, there probably is. But I'll tell you the story anyway. So one summer, we were there in the summer, at the top of the parking garage. Chris had been skating there like by himself sometime, and he was like, I found a fire hydrant. And there was a fire hydrant there, and we were on the top of the parking garage, and he starts letting it go. So like the whole top of the parking garage is filled with fire extinguisher smoke. And I'm like, what are you doing? And then and so I'm like, there's gonna be police coming or something. They're gonna, whatever. We're gonna get in trouble for being here. So we all just go down as fast as we can. We were parked in the Temple Theater parking lot. We go across the street. We look back at the parking garage. It's filled with fire extinguisher smoke, and we're packing in the car like go 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 go. And then we see police pulling into the parking garage, right behind us. There's pictures of this somewhere. I have them somewhere. Yeah, that was hilarious. But that was not in the winter. It was in the summer. And it was in the daytime. So, all right, let's see Chris skating Janoskis, as everybody did, but he loved those Janoskis. This is a pretty fun little curve there. Again, yellow painted curves. Those are my thing. Okay, actually, his front wheels are on. Yeah, we did like a feeble. This was also a really cold day. Really, really cold day. And I'm calling him, I think, because we're coordinating the next clip. But this was a seriously cold day. I also have a picture of it. But that was a really, really cold day. It was a Sunday? Freezing cold. Just me and Chris. A lot of times, we're just me and Chris. All right, I had to pause the recording because I had to show the picture. I have it on my phone. I can show it on screen, but I'm just going to show it on my phone real quick. But I took this picture, and it's like one of my favorite pictures. It was my phone background for a long time, and sometimes I randomly put it as my phone background. But here it is. This is that day. He's just owling over a sewer. Surprise, he's owling over a sewer. And it was freezing, freezing cold, I'm telling you. And he had my shoes on. These were S Costons. I forgot what number they were. Coston 8s? 6? 7? I don't know. But those were mine. I hope he knows that. They were leather. White leather. Okay. Yeah, so I'm like, go from all the way across in the Temple parking lot and into the parking garage. And then again, you see the influence of like random videos. Oh, that was a toy machine board. That's what it was. Part time. That was really cool. Again, skating with just a hoodie. That was like fully cold night. Kickflip up. We traded boards again. This is that ATM board. That was, okay, that's the best curve ever. That's in front of like this, what is it, the little train store on Court Street? That is like the perfect curb. It grinds so nicely. This was like the first time we got together in the spring. I mean, it was probably like March or something. A lot of snow on the ground. That's a lot of snow on the ground. But we were just like skating in a parking lot on Michigan. I don't think Justin is there. Nope, Justin's not there. Because Justin was just too cool now. He was too cool. So it was just DeMarcus and Perry. I'd come and pick them up and they're like, oh no, Justin's at his friend's house. He's doing this. He's playing basketball. Justin and Jermaine were starting to do their own thing. That was really cool. And somehow he could do that trick really, really good. That was like his new trick. That was really cool. Yellow meal. Ollie over a line. Alright. Again, media center. I think I mentioned before, so that's what I do. You can always look for the sword, no matter what. This is when he got like really, really good. He was starting to grow up, getting taller. And he could just do everything super easy. 1 foot backwards. Yeah. Okay, you know what it was. You know what this was. Again, this is just my mind going thinking about things. I wanted him to do this because I thought about a long time ago when I first started skating, Trevor Johnson. We used to always skate here, and I remember Ben Hoffman was like, Trevor did an ollie down the media center 2-stair and like kicked his foot backwards and did like a foot plant on that pole over there. And when he did this, I was like, whoa, that reminds that like took my mind back there for some reason. But anyways, what is that? Ollie South? Ollie South. That's so cool. He's skating a girl board. Okay, his board's the wrong way. He's using the nose right now. This is totally wrong. And then of course when he starts to tweet, and the double step was skatable. And he skated with ease. If you ever skated there back in the day, you know the ground was terrible. Again, I'm taking them to all my spots. The spots, we grew up skating. And this is a spot, we skated only a few times. I would go to Ben Hoffman's house, Ben and Nate, and we would skate here, go to the media center, go to South, go down to Old Town. And this is one of the spots that we skated. But I saw a couple people. If you know the name Josh Jean, I remember Josh Jean ollied this one time. I think I saw Blake ollie at one time too. But I think I saw a Josh Jean do it one time too, who lived across the street, I think. Anyways, this is a crazy gap. This is a crazy gap. And that was good, but there's a better one in the credits. That was really easy for him. And this. Okay, I just want to Okay, he landed at these tire marks. How far is that? That was really, really far that he flew. Yeah. How far did he go there? That's like 10 feet. Anyways, this is crazy. This is a crazy gap. It's like this little teeny tiny ramp, and you got to land on the little ramp, and there's a big curve there, or a big crack there. Crazy. And where is that? That's across from White Pine. I thought he was there. I didn't want to look super small. Oh, and there's my car. Tiger. There's Chris again. Again, I just wanted to get.
When I say real niggas, you say Chris. Real nigga Chris. Real nigga Chris.
Again, that's where I took that picture of him. That's where I took the picture of him, in that street. So, again, hopefully you can see how cold it is. I can see how cold it is there. This, who's that? Jermaine. He's ollieing over me. You can see my legs there. I just really wanted to do that because I was again into a lot of old school videos, and I was looking at the way that they did slow motion, and it wasn't like a smooth slow motion. It was almost like they were literally just pressing pause, 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 like back in the day we would do with, you know, like old skate videos. If you're where you would like try to see how they did a trick, and you would just do pause, 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 and it would go frame by frame. And I was like, oh, like since I'm doing VHS, I wanted to do that, and I just thought it would be really cool. It would be cooler than any like just regular slow motion effect. I thought it was cool. Other people were just like, didn't think it was cool. People told me at the time. Okay, like one person, but outside of Jermaine's house.
Rick don't got it still at the park and inside the water park locked up.
This was one of the first times that we picked up Jermaine. Like, this was one of the first time I saw him in a long time. And I remember he got in the car. I was like, "What's up, man? How you been, man? Haven't seen you in a long time, man." Again, because at one point, I think it's in the next video especially, he had started hanging around with other people and being like, "Oh, like, we're riding bikes now. I started riding bikes, and not like BMX bike, but like just riding bikes around town. Like, whatever. You're like 12, however old you were." So like, that's cool. But yeah, he started to ditch us a lot to go ride bikes and hang around certain people. So I don't know who the people were. But funny story about Jermaine is I was subbing at a school for a couple months, like a long-term thing, and there was this girl in my class. Her name was Marissa, and well, her name is Marissa Canales. And one day, well, I think I saw her at the skate park, and I was like, "Oh, Marissa!" Like this was years later, and I was like, "What are you doing here?" She's like, "That's my brother," and I kind of knew Jermaine. And I was like, that's your brother, or maybe, yeah. Anyways, somehow I randomly met his sister at school, and then so I knew who he was. And then when I would like pick him up, she'd be like, hey Herb, how's it going?" Even though she was like in 9th, 10th grade. So, anyways, a weird connection that I knew him through. Outside of David's bathroom. We were getting ready to go out skating. Okay, so it was my spring break, my college spring break. I worked at a college. And I want to say on like Sunday night, I took a Greyhound bus from Detroit to New York to go visit David. And I was like so excited because, I mean, I'm going to New York City to visit David. And now all I'm thinking is like, we're just going to skate. We're going to skate. And first of all, when I got dropped off at the bus station, it was already starting to snow a bunch in Detroit. So I'm like, oh, this isn't looking good. The trip is only like 12 hours. And you stop in Cleveland for a little bit of like a switchover or whatever. But it's kind of cool because like you leave at 8 and you end up getting there like at 8 or 10 in the morning. So it was actually a pretty cool trip. You can sleep the whole way. I didn't sleep the whole way. We were driving through like Pennsylvania, and it was just pouring snow or whatever. And we're in the middle of the mountains in Pennsylvania. And I'm like, this is how I'm going to die. On a Greyhound bus in the mountains of Pennsylvania in the snow. And we were just flying. Anyways, so I went to see him. And I was so bummed because I got my skateboard. People probably thought I was crazy because it was snowing and I have a skateboard. Show up, middle of Times Square is where they drop you off. And it wasn't snowing in New York. It was cold, but it wasn't snowing. It was actually pretty good weather. So that was crazy. He met me there, and like I just remember stepping out, middle of Times Square. He meets me there. I like step on my board and I'm like do a nollie flip. I think that was my first trick that I did. Nollie flip. I was just like, I'm skating on the sidewalks of New York. This is so cool. So yeah, I was filming him. We were about to go out skating, and he was in the bathroom, and he comes out, and then this was the first after the first night that we went out, and we stayed out very late skating, and this was like at 2 o'clock in the day. We woke up very late, and he got really mad that I was filming him when he was sleeping. That's David getting mad at me basically about everything that I do and me just laughing about it. You can hear his alarm going off. And me and David were really into the Smiths, so I had to use the Smiths song. I wanted to film like a day in the life. Like this was like 411 day in the life. We even like I was filming him and this guy was like, "Oh, are you guys filming a video? You guys filming a skate video?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "What's the video for?" And I said, 411 day in the life, 411 video magazine. He's like, "Oh, really?" Yeah. I know exactly where it was too. Anyways, this is me and David skating in New York. This was really cool. I'm pretty sure he hit that great right there. Yeah, there we go. That was really cool. To me, that was like a Jason Bill spot for the gate. Okay, it was right here. This guy asked us about 411 Video Magazine right here. We were looking for this bookstore where there was a Mark Gonzalez poetry book or art book or something. That's what we were looking for. I think eventually we got on the bus. Yeah, there it is. Yep. And then we went to an art store. Yeah, again, 411 Day in the Life. This is Tompkins Square Park. I think that's what it's called. Where we had to get footage. Of course, this track is like legendary. But yeah, going there, I was honestly I was kind of disappointed. Just because I hadn't really seen too much footage from it. The double-bodied area. But yeah, this was... I think school was just getting out. There was a bunch of kids getting out of school. That was really good. I'm thinking I'm wearing my blue and red Samba. Yeah. And I had a habitat board. Okay, so the very first night, this is after the first night that we went out skating, and after the first day, one of my legs, like, I think it was my left leg, I pulled something. I think it was from pushing. Like, if you've ever, like, pushed really, really hard, because we were skating, obviously in the street, and just, like, pushing all around town. And I think I calculated, I, like, put our route into Google Maps one time, and it was, like, we went, like, 6 miles or, like, 7 miles. It was a crazy amount, because we were out skating for, like, 5 or 6 hours. And from pushing, my left leg, like, it was just strained, and the next morning I woke up and it was just destroyed. So my left leg, I could barely pick up. And so the fact that I did this switch ollie over this garbage can, I was really happy about that. The fact that I got any footage on the trip, I was really happy about. So, but if you see, like, I don't really pop, and yeah, this just isn't the best trick. Yeah. And I was able to do the switch straight flip, which is like I was able to do it because I didn't really have to like move my front foot, my left leg. Same thing here, like all I'm doing with my left foot is kind of just like lifting it up barely. It just affected all my tricks for the whole trip. Which means just fantastic. Yeah, and this, I barely lift my back foot up. But what's crazy about this trick is that I was watching a, I think it was Bronze 56K video, and I think it was that Sean Powers guy. He ollied the same gap. I think he nollies up the little, yeah, this is like kind of like a raised platform here, and it goes all the way back. And he does like a nollie up there, and then pushes, and ollies this gap. But it was just crazy. A lot of traffic going here. But the fact that I was learning it, I was amazed. This was really late at night. 12:36, obviously. Columbus Circle, I think it's called. Right in front of, like, yeah, it's like where they filmed the ABC. I really like this line. That part. I love that little sequence of tricks. And he is skating, is that a F8 board? It's like a black dip board. Super heavy. This was our first night skating. Union Square. This was like kind of the first round. Those steps are metal, and they have like that, I don't know what it's called. The only thing I think about right now is like die cast, like those jagged marks on the top of it. You can hear it clicking. So that was like pretty crazy. Yeah, you can hear it. This is like just barely down the street. And David did this wall ride, and I'm like, David is so good. Like, he's so good at street skating now. And he can do slappy bands. That's awesome. Turning the board around all the time. All that trash. I just want to cut with the trash. And there's no one but yourself to blame. And then we were just going down the road, and we saw all these sewers, and we loved eyeing sewers. How many does you want to? Again, I hope people were like psyched about that. This part, yeah, so cool. I just want to like have the sound of the wheels going around the going on the street. What did we buy? I don't know what we bought. Turn my light off. I had my light too. The other funny thing about that trip is like, because I was going to New York, I wanted bigger wheels because I usually ride pretty small wheels, but I wanted big wheels. So I got the Wub Pool Cruiser wheels, and they were what, like 57, 58s. I'm like, okay, these will be good for like street, skating New York streets. Cool thing about that, they're still the wheels that I ride. They're pretty small now, but I've never changed them ever since then. So they are great wheels. But yeah, this whole trip, obviously I remember a lot about it. The first night we went wherever he lived, probably like 33rd, I'll just say 33rd Street, whatever it was. It's called Midtown, wherever it was. We went all the way down to like the World Trade Center. And yeah, we were just pushing a lot. We just skated all around. We went to like some random Dunkin' Donuts, and I was obsessed with getting like the what's it called, a Dunkachino, and it was super cheap, and yeah, I had like 5 of them on that trip. I was probably there for like 4 days, and then eventually he was like, "Oh, I gotta go do this," and I'm like, "I thought we were just skating all the time." we didn't really skate all the time, but that was a lot of fun. And even one night, I think he had to do like some homework or something, and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to skate. I went all the way back to that Columbus Circle part, which was probably like 15 to 20 blocks. And then I went through Times Square, got 2 slices of pizza for $2, I think it was. That was really fun. It was a lot of fun. Chris's room, where he had all this skate stuff. Chris was a true skate rat. This is his bedroom. Watching crew video, probably Supra tour video. Okay, so I had to adjust the audio, so I stopped recording. So if you see a little jump, I had to adjust the audio because I realized that the video audio was too loud. I don't think it should be that big a video, but I'm going to finish anyway because I don't want to lose anything that I was talking about. And it was like 30 minutes, so it should be better now. So something about, okay, this is the first time I ever went to Chris's house. Met his mom. She was like, "What are you guys doing?" And we were filming this little skit or whatever. And what's funny is that this house is the exact same layout as my dad's house. So I just thought that was really funny going there and seeing that. I was like, hey, this feels exactly like my dad's house. So the living room's a little bit bigger, but yeah, this is kind of just like a skit, like I was talking about. The song is a SpongeBob song. Maybe it's like a SpongeBob remix that he would always listen to. And I was like, I like that song. He's probably played it in my car or something. I'm like, I like that song. And, or maybe he suggested it because I was always asking for songs. So, and this is really going from his house to the skate park to the best that I could. I mean, I made a couple cuts, but this is his house. I'm going, there's my car in the background. But I wanted to be like, I just thought it was so cool, like everybody has their own route to the skate park. And I wanted to capture his route to the skate park. Just because it's like, I don't know, it's part of, you don't think about it as part of skating, but like, when you skate somewhere all the time, you know all the little intricacies of, you know, like the street, the sidewalk, where's it smooth, where's it not smooth, what route you gotta take. This is a store by his house, which is hilarious because I actually knew the guy working there. He didn't have a dollar for the brisk lemonade, so I did give it to him. He's like, I was like, we're gonna go get a brisk lemonade. He's like, okay, give me $1. But I knew the guy who was working because he went to the school that I worked at. Hilarious. Also, he's going down the sidewalk and his grandma lives down the street. So like all these people that he knew were down here. I think I even took the camera in there. People were like freaking out because there was a bunch of people there. And they were like, what is this guy doing with his camera? Who's this random like white guy with Chris? So that's why that lady was saying hi. Because she was related to him or something. And again, this is like just the street that he always took. Okay, we were driving down the street one time in the winter, and he had a snowball in his pocket, in his coat pocket, and he threw it out the window of my car into an oncoming car's windshield. And yeah, that's the kind of stuff Chris would do. And he just thought it was so funny. I think it was Chris. It might have been Byron, but I'm pretty sure it was Chris. It was Chris. I'm going to go with Chris. Remember when they would cut the grass and it would get everywhere? So annoying. Again, a lot of choreography going on here to make it work. Obviously, he's changed clothes now. Still got the 360 shove it. Still can kickflip pretty good. Still pushing Mongo. Ooh, we got lucky right there. Nice. Can finally actually do a 3 flip. This is so smooth. And kickflip over that. I hope he remembers this clip, because he did a kickflip. Also, what are we even skating on? Is that just a board over 2 things? It's not even a bench. It's literally 2 pieces of wood with another wood on top of it. He has a Death Wish board. Was that a Death Wish board? We always skated Death Wish or Baker boards. I think it's a Death Wish board. Really good kickflip. I hope he remembers this clip. Chris, if you're watching this, what did you say right after you landed this? If you know, you know. But I bet him like a Slurpee after this. I think it was a Slurpee. Yeah, it was a Slurpee. I was like, if you land it, we'll get a Slurpee. And so when he lands it, he looks at me and says, "Give me my Slurpee." That's why he's looking at me. Why I remember that? Probably because I watched the clip. Like if you've ever edited a video, you know that you watch the clips over and over and over and over. And so you know them all. Getting mad, taking his clothes off. It's really cold out, I'm sure. Or pretty cold out. Who's the man? That's a great shirt. I love that shirt. That was a cool bench. However, number one, I think so in 2008, maybe 2009, I made this like banked bench and I put it under the bridge. And somebody took it really, really quick because it had this piece of wood on it. I want to say that this is from that. Because I asked somebody about it. I was like, oh, where did you get that? And they're like, oh, I took it. I think that's where it was. I think it was Nick McCaw who took it. I'm pretty sure he took it. Like, I don't care. And I'm pretty sure this was reused from it. And also, it looks like he 50-50s. He doesn't 50-50. His wheels are on the thing. I don't know how he didn't fall. Yeah, he didn't even grind. If he did, it was on the other side. They're pretending to be each other. Jalen very coyly and shyly talking to girls. He did not want us to see him talking to girls. Oh, I know he was like texting one of them or something, but he did not want us. He stayed away from us that day. Like, oh, I don't know. I don't know them girls. No, she always trying to talk to me, man. Oh, man. And he is the one who suggested this song to me. Lil Snoop. Because he loved him. And he's like, you should really use Lil Snoop. And I was like, alright. And I like the song. It's cool. There's that same clip that I slowed down. And that was really, really good. And I love the slide after that. And that was crazy. DeMarcus got really good at cookie grinds. And by the way, he can do heel flips. Again, this is that pausing thing, and I paused it a little extra long on that, where he boned it out. To me, again, I thought it was so cool. Yeah, I just thought it was so cool. I'm getting a lot of long lens. That was crazy, like how he slid that. Like his front wheels are on there, but they're really sliding. And he's wearing red pants, come on. And red shoes. Sean also got good. That was cool. I could not do that nose slide. Arthur, I can't do that either. Josh, super, super fast. I forgot what he was trying to do. He was trying to do something in the rock gap. I love how it, like, the music quiets down and then his wheels skid. Crazy. That's nuts. I thought he did a backside 180 over it. Maybe not. I want to say that I told him to do this line. This is really good. 1 foot. That same FA board. Loosened his trucks. That was really good. Yeah, I really like this clip. Actually, I like all of his clips. Dressed in black. Vans, leather shoes. That was just so clean. Of course, the fakey shove it. So cool. One night, this was like, okay. Yeah, I don't know how I did this. One summer, I want to say it was 2011, like when I first started skating with David. I did the switch, so I knew that I could do it. It was just a matter of like, how long it was going to take. I also wanted to do switch flip, never did it, because switch heel flip is just easier for me to do really high. I also wanted to do switch frontside shove it. I never did it. I should have, just because I think that would have been really cool. But also another thing is like, I never trusted anybody to film anything because I had like so many bad experiences. And I would kind of just like give up on tricks after trying them for a while. Which is kind of sad, but anyways, I'm glad this happened. I kind of caught. I don't know what I catch on. I think I catch just on the... I don't think my toe hit, but... I think I just hit the rock. So I didn't really get all the way up. Oh, but I was going to say, David also heel flipped up this gap. I got to give props to him. Me and him both did it. And then he tried to do frontside 180 heel flip up it. And he landed like primo and just landed flat. And quit. So... No slide to fakey. This didn't turn out as good as I wanted, but there's a clip of Ishad Ware in one of the Sabotage videos where he's skating the Love Park fountain ledge, like the ledge around the fountain, and he does, I don't know if it's just a 2-trick, but two of the tricks that he does is 5-0, 180 out, kind of pops it out. And then right when he lands, he does fakey frontside half cab nose slide to regular. And like I always thought that was the best clip. And so I was like, how, like I want to do a clip that's like that. So where you do a trick, you kind of rotate it and land straight, and then really quickly do another trick on the ledge. And so that was me trying to do this. Didn't, I mean, it, whatever. I rolled away. And Greg. Smiling, of course. Gotta love the smile. Okay, he didn't grind. I hope everyone knows that. He didn't grind. But he was like, oh, I could do varial heel flip 5-0. And I'm like, yeah. And he did that. I mean, I hope everyone knows he didn't grind, but also that's an insane trick. He could do it like all the time. And that was really, really clean. Switch backside flip. That's like a trick that I tried a long time ago. But I'm not good at skateboarding, so I couldn't land it. And he would always say this whenever he would do a trick. He would say, is that going? Do you think that's going to go in the video? Craig, it's a switch backside flip, and you landed it really good. Let me watch it again. I was kind of amazed that he did it. But like, yes, it's going in the video. Not only that, it's going to be the best, but it's going to be the last trick of the video. Anyways, I don't know if he was just like super humble about things or if he just didn't know. I don't know. And there's Chris. I don't know where this came from. It was probably just on his phone. I wanted to include it. Here's the really cold day. Me and him. Falling over in the middle of the road. It's funny the things that we do, right? Me tying his shoe because he probably had gloves on. I don't know. I think a filmer should serve the people that they film. And I'm about to hit a rock. Ow. Perry's just sitting there. Chris wearing all white. Hilarious. He did the same line, but it's just not very good. And this one, I was always scared of that box because there's so much wax on it. Like, he should have slipped out. Oh, I mentioned this clip earlier where he does... Like, that was so good! That was so good! I really wish he landed this. Also, if you notice his board, he has, like, all his friends' names written on it. That was just cool. Like, I always had paint markers, and they were like, can I borrow the paint marker? And they would just, like, write random things on there, like 2 Chainz or something. And, yeah. Like, friends' names are on there. His mom, his brother. Very windy. You know, that's the worst feeling. Also, he's wearing red pants. Come on. Filming from far away. This was a really good line because he does the nose grind really, really good. But it just wasn't one of the best lines. Okay, someone did that. I don't know who that is, but that's the end of the video. I don't know why, but I don't know if, like, when I exported the video, it just didn't show up. But the videos would take a really, really long time to export. Or when I uploaded it to YouTube, like, it cut off a minute of footage. I mean, it was just random footage, but... That's not Jermaine, is it? Who is that? I don't know who that is. But anyways, that's why that... No. I have no idea who that is. No idea. But they jumped really high. Yeah, there's like a minute of footage missing. I don't know where it is. I don't think I have the files anymore. They were on my super old iPad because whenever I would edit a video, I would just delete it all because there's not that much space on there to keep that much video on there. I think that's about it. Again, this was released on June 5th, 2014. So it was the first half of that year. I like this video a lot, but there's parts of it that I don't like it's too long. But I like me and David's part. I like the last part. I like Chris's part on its own. Like, I don't know if it really worked in the whole video because it was really long. I was like, it's just gonna be like Chris skating to the skate park. But in reality, it goes for, how long does it go? It literally takes him 2 minutes to get to the park. And after I made it, I was like, oh man, but I can't cut anything out. Like, it's literally just him skating for almost 2 minutes. Nope, minute and a half. I'm like, all right, I'm going to keep it there. But again, the song, SpongeBob? SpongeBob remix? I don't know anything about SpongeBob. So, I like the video. I like the last montage. It's It's really good. I like David's tricks. There's a lot of David in here. Not very much in the previous two videos. I liked the nighttime footage here. Got a little part-time. Got a little Smiths, which is like old school for me. A lot of old spots for me. Yeah, I like the video. I like the video. But again, the sad part about it was that, like, as the year was going on, less Justin, less Jermaine. Really didn't see Jermaine very much anymore. In general, less of everyone. It mostly just turned into me and Jalen and Chris. And so in the next video, you see more people who are like just random people. Like Arthur's in the next people. Not that he's random, but I was just like, oh, I'm going to film a bunch of footage from you. Clayton's in the next video. Obviously, Clayton is awesome. Christian is in the next video. But I could tell that things were fading out. Yeah. At least in terms of like Justin and DeMarcus and Perry. Because they were getting older. I think they were getting like 14, 15. And there's just cooler things to do apparently when you're 14, 15. So. And Jermaine was riding bikes. And in the next video, he's riding a bike. And he's like, yeah, man, I've been riding bikes a lot. So, anyways, Volume 5, I'm going to go through Volume 6. Volume 6 is only 6 minutes long. This is the longest one. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed it.